new video! Yay! Since July, I was in Bologna, Rome, Stockholm, Budapest, and Ireland. Plus, I have been working quite a lot um, with different projects, and this means I had no time almost to read. However, every third Sunday of the month, you can find me on the Lesbury putting up a review there. So yeah, check that out. Um, so basically, I'm going to talk to you about a new comic series that I really enjoyed, and it made me so happy to have discovered it. This is Jim Henson's The Storyteller, which is by Arkaya Comics and in collaboration with Jim Henson's company. They are doing a few of his stories in comic form, and it's just amazing. I didn't know of this. I discovered it in Dublin, and I'm quite happy about this. It's a four-part series, so you won't go broke buying them, or you don't have to wait until the whole series is published as a whole. You can buy the single issues if you want. They costed around 5.90 each. Dublin is quite expensive, but I'm not sure if I could find them back here. They in fact only had 8 issues in the store there of each one, so I was quite lucky that I managed to get the first and the second one. The third one is out, but I haven't bought it or read it yet. And they're all standalones. They could stand alone, so they're renditions of different fairy tales based on witches, but they're standalone, so they're different stories for different comics, so you can buy just one of them. So yeah, I will tell you more about the first one first. So I was quite happy with this one. This is my favorite out of the two that I have read. Um, Basically, the illustrations are what first drew me to it. You can see they are illustration type. The typography is just amazing. It's quite feministic, this one. It's about basically a princess that's trying to save her brother who was kidnapped and was also cursed. Um, it's good. In both of these comics, there is no particularly evil characters. There's just characters who made mistakes, characters with bad qualities, and characters that are trying to do their job and acting on their role. Each one has a message. This is, I think, about peace, about misunderstanding. It has quite an environmental message, that is, the king cuts down a tree and something bad happens based on that. So and then it goes on from there to not forget your what you know, to try and not make the same mistakes again, and to bring children up in a good way. um, I'm trying not to spoil it because it's quite short, it's just a standalone comic. I liked it very much. There was no romance in this, which I think is good, because even though the characters are young, sometimes we find romance in children's books, and I don't think that's okay. Um, I could easily find myself reading this to my niece or to any small kids that are around me. I think this is a good fairy tale that you can tell kids without shocking them, but teaching them stuff. It has amazing illustrations, sometimes better than even fairy tale books, so I think that's perfect. And I did read this book out loud, and I think that made a huge difference on my enjoyment. So read it out loud. The text changes according to the situation. So like if it's whispering, it like dissolves. If it's talking about the king of the forest and the big tree, it's like branch type. And I like that the princess is always very bold, because she is very bold and she's quite strong. I like that the witch was misunderstood, feministic, but it's very good for people that enjoy fairy tales and that type of fantasy. Um, Art is just amazing. I gave it a 4 because probably it was too short and I don't know, but um, yeah, that's what happens with these comics. I could have easily given it a 5 probably. Let's wait until the series is finished, and if it's my favorite one, I will give it a 5. So far, it is my favorite one. Check out my Goodreads review down below. So, definitely um, recommend this. It's illustrated by Shane Michael Vidauri, and I like the back, like every cover, even the first one. By the way, this is called The Magic Swan Goose and the Lord of the Forest. Even the first page is just beautiful. The second one was about the Snow Witch, and it's a Japanese fairy tale in origin, so the art is quite, let's try not to spoil you, it's quite Japanese style illustrations. My only problem with this is this one, that when you flip it around it's upside down, so you have to turn it like this, but it's quite okay. I guess it's either a mistake or it was done on purpose, I don't know. It's written and illustrated by Kyla van der Kloekt. I don't know that one. It's the story of the Snow Witch that kills a woodcutter but spurs his apprentice on the promise that he will not tell of what he has seen and not say anything about her. He ends up breaking the promise in the end. But this story is about kindness. Again, no completely evil character. Some are acting on their roles, some are basically gossiping, some are acting in anger, but they're not evil. And the apprentice says that there is kindness in everyone, and you can see that. Like, one acts out to protect the apprentice, one acts out of their role, and then out of love. So there really is kindness in everyone, and this is the basic message in this one from what I have seen. Quite like it, but I gave it a 3 out of 5 because I like the other one better. In this one, there is a romance, but it's I guess very realistic. Although it starts out, you wonder why it happened. Maybe it was because of the promise. You don't know. Trying not to spoil you here. Um, this is more of a comic. The other one was more like illustrations. So we have panels in this one. I like the color play between always dark and white, snow and darkness. The other one was very, very colorful. Overall, I am definitely finishing this series. Maybe I will check out more of Archaea's comics because I liked what they did with this series. Definitely recommended, especially the first one for now. Um, yeah, they could easily be read to kids, as I've said, and I hope that you try them out. Let me know if you have read them in the comments below what your thoughts are, and if you agree with me, let me know what you think of them. For now, that's it, and bye. Um, um, okay, I should probably apologize. Sorry for this. She wasn't even at all, and she did help a lot.